Hey guys, how we doing? And welcome back to Lee Slotcars for another showtime. Yeah, so today I'm going to be showing you another car of the collection and telling you why I like it and what I don't like about it and how I got it and banging a few laps on the track. But first, thank yous. This membership thing that I've got on the channel that I didn't really know that I'd got, but I have. Well, a few weeks back, I think I said that Pete Brown actually took out a membership to the channel, which is brilliant. And I've had a little chat with the legend, and I really appreciate the support. Well, since then, I've had two more. So, two more thank yous. First of all, Rahul, the legend from Conquest Racing, and secondly, Andy from Andy and Ruben Racing. So, three members. Amazing guys, thank you so much. I really need to have a think about membership content and things like that, but that's one for another day. But I'll be in touch with you all individually if I haven't already by the time this goes out. In the last showtime, I did a little piece on how I got back into the hobby after, quite a long break. And I got some great comments, and I just want to share a couple of the comments with you in case you haven't read them, because they're pretty good, and I think they probably will resonate, a lot of them, with many of you out there. They certainly do with myself. And I've just picked 1, 2, 3, 4 comments just to mention that there's other comments there, so don't be offended if I haven't mentioned you. These ones that just made me chuckle. So firstly, now if I look down, apologise, I have made some notes. Yes, I don't just throw this thing together, there is some thought and planning that goes into this every now and then. First of all, Graham, Rough and Ready. Now, Graham, he made me laugh. Graham started when he was in 1965, and then took a bit of a break, and as we did, and then came back to it in the 80s. And his layout has evolved, and he now has in the shed electronic system that comes down from the roof. Absolutely brilliant. But when he got back into the hobby, he told his wife, "Don't worry, love, it won't cost much money." We've all said that, haven't we? This hobby's a money pit. Nice one, Graham. Really appreciate your comments, buddy. The second one was from Stephen Bent. Now, Stephen, he got his first set when he was 9 years old, and his dad was really mad into cars, and they used to play together. And Stephen sadly lost his dad and has sort of taken up the hobby again, and it reminds him of the times he spent with his dad, and it's this sort of thing that evokes memories and feelings, about your childhood in younger times. He did say that his daughters say, "Go on, Dad, go on out and play with your toy cars." I get that a bit from my wife, if I'm perfectly honest. She doesn't take me too seriously. But then again, nor do I. Ian Hart. Ian Hart, 1976, he first started, and he's just getting back into the hobby now, which is great. And then we've got So Far Speedway, who picked up the hobby again in 2019, now has a 4-lane Scalextric track. So these are just some of the things that I picked out, because a lot of us started when we were kids. It all started back in the day when the Scalextric was really popular, and other slot cars are available, obviously. And then, the pub gets in the way. Pub, booze, girls, wives, number one, and children. Family life gets in the way, and it's only when you reach a point in your life you think, I'm going to revisit this, and I'm so glad I did. Anyway, let's have a little look at today's car. So today's car is the McLaren MP4 12C in the Golf livery. Now, I'm not going to say how much I like golf, because I've said it about 300 times before. And I absolutely love this car. In the early days, when I first got into the hobby, this was probably the car that got the most track time out of all of them. this particular one, it's got a digital chip in it. I don't run digital, but it still runs okay with a digital chip. This was a Christmas present from my mother, and I think it was one of the first really like new cars that I got. It might have been like probably only the second car, and you get that lovely feeling of getting a brand new car boxed, never been used before. And I absolutely love it. I love the detail in this in particular. The decals and markings and detail is really spot on this car. The only thing I have had with this historically is it was prone for de-slotting. Now, if ever I do any elevations on the track, I always test it with this car, because if it's going to get stuck or de-slot, this is going to be the car that it happens to. But it is an absolute beauty. I love this car. I really do love it. Number 23, driven by Danny Watts. Thank you, Danny, for bringing this car indirectly to me. So this is car of the day on this Showtime. I think you'll agree it's an absolute beauty. So now I'm going to bung a few laps around the track. Is that a phrase? Bung a few laps around the track? It's not, but you know what I mean.